All right, in these questions we have name the following acids and write the formula from the names of the following acids. And there are ways to do this based on the number of oxygens that a polyatomic ion has and stuff like that. But there's relatively few acids that are used, so it's probably easier to just, learn the names of a few of them. So the first thing is, if you have a monoatomic ion, which is only going to happen in HF, HCl, HBr, and HI, so the halo acids, okay, you use hydro in there. So in this case, this is hydrochloric acid, which is very commonly used in the lab. In the case of polyatomic ions, this is the polyatomic ion phosphate. For phosphate, what we would read this as is phosphoric acid. So the 8 becomes the ic acid. Phosphate becomes phosphoric acid. This is also used sometimes in the lab, such as in the synthesis of aspirin. Sulfuric acid comes from the sulfate ion. So acids have H plus and SO4, 2 minus. If we cross them, what we end up with is H2SO4, which is sulfuric acid. Note, there's no hydros in these because they contain polyatomic ions, sulfate and phosphate. If they're ic acids, they would contain the 8 ions, phosphate and sulfate. Hydrobromic acid, this is going to be a monoatomic ion, and not surprisingly, because it's hydrobromic, it's going to be Br. So this is just HBr. If you're wondering about the charges, you could do it that way too. You have H plus and Br minus. The halogens are all a single charge, so then we get HBr. So that is basically how this works.